Yashimasu. Okay, let's start with Zen. Zen is an opportunity to relax the body, calm the mind, make our posture better. If our posture better, our breathing is better, circulation is better. And of course, you don't always have to sit in seiza. You might be sitting in a chair, and you still can do the same focusing. You might be at school, either at home or actually at school, and you're a little bit stressed or nervous. Maybe you're about to do a test, you're having trouble solving a problem. You just take a few moments, really even just a few breaths, and remember good open posture, good abdominal breathing. Breathe in, the belly expands. Breathe out, settles back like there's a balloon in there. Breathe in, the balloon fills. Breathe out, the balloon empties. And sometimes just a few really deep breaths is all you need to feel more settled, more centered, and to get rid of some of the nervousness or anxiousness. And what's really helpful is to use your mind to release tensions on the out breath. Use your mind to really use the exhale. The breathing in brings new energy into the body and the brain. Breathing out sends the old energy and tensions out. So let's just spend a few moments imagining and feeling that you're drawing fresh energy into your body when you breathe in. And when you breathe out, you're sending the old energy, the spent energy, the used up energy, and the tension. So breathing in is drawing in freshness, new energy. Breathing out is sending out the old stuff and sending out the tension. Just focus on that with your mind over the next few breaths. And then really see how much tension you can let go of on each exhale. Kind of challenge yourself. See how much you can really let go each time you. Good. Okay. Rub your hands together, including your fingertips. And imagine you're charging up your hands, making them full of electricity. And then lightly rub over your face, like you're washing your face. Cheeks, jaw, forehead, temples, ears, sides of the neck. And then resting the hands. It's good breathing. And slowly come up. Okay. Bend the knees a little bit and turn the hips. And relax those arms and shoulders. You want to let the hands hit your body lightly. You're not making your arms do it. Arms are just totally loose, like loose ropes. So they'll naturally tap your body lightly. You don't have to do that with your arms at all. We're relaxing the upper body, shoulders and arms. Good, and a little wider, into a horse stance, shift the weight, and turn the hips. And turn the other way. So your hips turn to the empty leg. You turn to face the opposite leg with your hips. Good. Equal stretch through both arms. Even though one goes down, one goes up. Equal awareness in your mind, equal stretch. And into the back corners. Good. A little wider, sink deeper, reach down, trace a circle down between your legs and behind you. Come up by pushing your hips forward. Pushing your hips forward, that will send you right up. And then open your arms, rotate your arms, big stretch back, open up your chest. Sink into a deep forward stance, open up your back when you push forward. Sink into your hips even more, draw a big circle underneath and behind you. Bring your hips forward, that scoops everything forward. Open up your chest, open up your back, sink into your hips. Big circle behind you, bend your hips forward. Breathe in, open your chest, breathe out, open your back. Think, creates a big circle. Really warming up those hips and legs, chest and back, spine. Good. Walk your feet in and walk your feet out. That's warming up the feet and ankles. Okay, and then a long stance. Arch back, but send your hips forward to do that. And make your hand blades really alive. Just like we charged up the hands before, do that specifically on the hand blade, on the edge of your forearm, edge of the hand, edge of the little finger. Imagine those are glowing or bright, energized. And your hips forward, energize those hand blades as you arch back. And big reach forward and big reach down. Drop that back knee, push the hips forward. And then an arch from down here. Move forward, straighten that leg, stretch the back of it again. And then bend it, drop your elbows to the floor inside that leg. And coming up. And then long stance on the other side. Then hips forward, energize the hand blades. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath when you stretch. Big arc forward until you touch the ground. Feel the stretch in the back of that leg, and then kneel down. Feel the stretch in the front of that hip, pushing the hips forward. And then an arch from here. And dropping the elbows inside that leg. And coming up. Swing the arms this way, opening the chest, and opening up the back, and then raising the knee. See if you can raise the knee higher. Really warm up those hips and legs. And then swing your arms up and down. Okay, let the arms gradually hang with gravity. Okay, let's continue with 13th Q program, little Charlotte's program. Let's do Tino Henkel, and then we'll review the bottom portion of the program, the senior 13th Q. Okay, so, but help with our warm up and the review. Tino Henkel. So, nice good Hanmi. Front foot steps offline, get out of the way. Remember, this stays in front of your center. So I don't want to step offline and then be open. My partner, my arms away from my body, one in front of my center line. Just like you hold the sword or the staff. So when I step offline, I turn on that front foot a little bit, so I'm still pointed towards my partner. not pointed away, but towards my partner. And that keeps my arm in front of my center. And then go on keeping the weight in that forward leg. Okay, let's just break that down a couple times. So offline and a little turn so that the hand is in front of your center, and then a full tenkan. And that weight should be forward on that right leg. Of course, you want nice big shape, elbows are out. This is just like Minuchi, but with palms up. So I don't want Minuchi in here, so I don't want this shape in here, it's out here. All I have to do for Minuchi is rotate my hand, same position. Okay, so front foot, offline. I do a tenkai and then tenkan. So front foot offline, hand stays in front of the center. Even when I do my turn, it stays in front of the center. Tenkai, tenkan. Do all that in one count. Each. Keep the end point for 2 seconds. Check if you're leaning a little bit. The back heel is off the ground. Get the hips under the head. Check maybe your elbows came in a little bit. Stay nice and out there, just like Minuchi, just like holding a sword, just like holding a staff. Okay, so one count, all of that. Each. Each. Keep that right knee bent the whole time. Keep the weight in that right leg. Okay, let's work the other side. Hidari. So, yeah, the front foot, left foot's going to come offline. You turn a little bit on it so that you're still facing your partner and the arm is not getting behind you or to the side. Stays in front of your center. So you step offline, turn a little bit. Tenkai. Halfway, and then tenkan. Okay, so on 2 counts, that'd be 1, 2. Hold that for 2 seconds. Check out everything you can think of, posture, breathing. So offline 1, turn your hips a little bit, hand in front of the center. Tenkai, tenkan 2. So all of that on 1 count. We're still in the left leg, in this case, forward stance for now. Knee. Up. Knee. Whoa. Okay. So we're going to move on down this program. We want to make sure, even senpai, that we're not getting rusty with our rolls, especially from standing. So tachiwaza, my ukemi. Tachiwaza, standing, my front ukemi falling. So everybody is getting quite familiar with this, so I'll just demonstrate it just once or twice. I start in Hanmi no Kamai. You're going to start in a ready stance, and then you rotate your arm so your elbow and your knee are pointing forward. Put the ball or the wheel on the floor, and then it's just like rolling from kneeling, just like you've done in the previous program. Now it's from kneeling, but I just keep that knee up. That's just like rolling from kneeling. So I start from Hanmi no Kamai. I point my elbow and knee in forward direction, put the head in the wheel, slowly push off and roll on the wheel, and come up with the same leg forward that you started with. And you want to hold that position for at least 2 seconds to show that you come up with good control, good posture, and good focus. So I'll demonstrate one more going the other way. So if I have this leg forward, that's the elbow that's pointing forward. That's half the wheel. This will make the other half of the wheel. So wheel goes on the ground, head goes on the wheel, slowly push off, roll on the wheel, keep the legs the same, and you finish with that same leg forward. Hold that for at least 2 seconds. Strong body, strong mind. Okay, so work on that on your own, and I will take a look. And make sure you work both sides. Dozo. Of course, make sure you have space. Yeah, look around you, make sure you have space in front of you to make a full roll. Senpai, make sure you come up really strong, really ready. Oh, tuck your chin, Senpai. Titus, that was a really good finish with your extension. Good shape at the end when you came up, Titus, but make sure your chin is tucked even when you're coming up. That's right, Odin. Yeah, Titus, good correction. Yeah, let's see your ready stand, Charlotte, when you come up. Bend your knees more, Charlotte. So when you come up, your weight's not high. Good, that's a good place, Charlotte. I can see you doing it. Come up. Yeah, try to get your balance right away when you come up. Okay, now, everybody watch for a moment. I'm going to ask you to come off mute, to unmute yourself and tell me what you see is wrong with this. I'll give you a hint. It's going to be at the end, towards the end of the roll. And see if I can do something where it's very obvious that we want to change. Let's see, I wonder if I'll have enough room so I stay in the camera frame. So it's going to be at the end of the movement, or the end of the technique, or the end of the roll. Come down here so you can really see the end of the movement. What's wrong with that? Again, hint, the last part of it. I'll show you one more time. It's pretty obvious. Something not so good at the very end. What can you see is wrong with that?
You didn't come up straight. Like when you finished the roll, it was you didn't come up smoothly.
Okay, yeah, that's actually, you're on the right track. Charlotte, were you going to say something? Okay, so Siler, that's correct. I'm not coming up that well. And there's something else right in line with that. Maybe I can try to do it towards the camera. I'm not sure if I'll have enough room. I'll come more towards the camera. So Siler, you're on the right track. Other senpai, I want you to think about this too.
You kind of bobbed your head up and
Okay,
then went back on, even like this.
okay, yes, good observation. And when I was watching on the screen, I think I could notice that it's actually kind of hard to see it on the screen. So what you observed there, Siler, is actually very good. What I was trying to do is come up at the end, up, too high, shoulders up, knees locked. So your observations were correct. When I'm coming up like that, it's going to make it not smooth, and it's going to make that bobbing motion. So your observations were correct. So my point is, when you come up, you want to stay low and stable. Low and stable, and good structure. When you come up from the ground, not coming up like this. That's like, for example, when we're doing simple things like arm swings, we know not to come up, right? We're talking all the time about relaxing the shoulders down. We talk all the time about using the ground, pressing the ground to move me, not coming up here and using your upper body. And senpai, in previous program, I think your very last demonstration, your last grading, where you had your partner in front of you, ready to stop you, and you did your front roll and came up with them trying to push you on the shoulders. And that's all about not coming up. So that demonstration you did on your last grading, when you come up, and your partner is trying to hold you back. Not necessarily trying to push you back, but stop you, hold you back. And you have to come. What do you have to do so your partner doesn't stop you or push you back? What do you have to do? So I'm asking senpai, in your last grade, in that technique, you came up out of your role and your partner was strong and ready. What do you have to do so your partner can't push you back or stop you?
You can push up on their elbows to
Yes.
make less
Push up
pressure.
the elbows. That's a tactic. That's a tactic. That's correct. So what are you doing, or what are you doing when you push up under the elbows, or why do you push up under the elbows, or what else are you doing? Why do you push up under the elbows, or what else are you doing?
It makes them unstable or unbalanced.
You're coming underneath their center of gravity. You're coming underneath their center of power, right? If you come up out of that roll and you're up and you're high, they can push you over really easy. So as you said, coming under their elbows helps you stay underneath their power and raises their power up, raises their center of gravity up, and keeps your center of gravity underneath them. So you push under the elbows to make sure they can't get underneath our center of gravity. So the whole reason why, senpai, you did that technique on that Q level is to show that when you come up, you can stay low, you can stay stable, and even if someone's trying to stop you or push you, you can stay more stable than they are and affect their stability by staying underneath their center. So even when you're not having a partner, partners are there to help us to learn these things, right? Oh, I didn't quite have that correct. I have to get underneath my partner more. So that's why partner training is so helpful, because we get feedback to learn and refine the techniques to do them better. Maybe I thought I came up nice and low, but I got stopped pretty easily. So obviously it wasn't low enough, or I didn't use the elbows underneath them enough. I didn't get underneath their center enough. Now, when we're doing something like this, a solo movement, you might forget about how effective it is or what you need to do to be effective. So especially senpai, you can imagine, what if there was someone trying to stop you? For all these movements that we do, how effective would this be if there was a friend or a foe trying to stop us or push us? If I came up like this, oh, I know if I was pushed, or even if someone just was strong here, not even pushing, but just making a wall, I'd be unstable. I'd be knocked back. I can tell. So I can self-correct myself. So when you guys come up, make sure you come up nice and low. You're still stable. See, my knees are bent. I'm not coming up like this. So I'm seeing a little bit of that coming up, 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 up. So I don't leave the stability of the ground. So come up from underneath. Stay connected to the ground. Now, Charlotte, try to come up a bit more smoothly. You can take your time to come up. You don't have to come up fast, but try to come up without wavering and putting a leg down and bringing it back up again. Try to come up smooth, Charlotte. Take all the time you want. Let me try to demonstrate that. I'm going to go slowly up. See, I'm just in my position here, knee down, and I just come up slow and smooth. One more question, senpai. When I come up, what am I doing with my mind? What should I be doing with my mind?
Sending it through the target.
Yes. Sending it forward. Sending it forward. If my mind is not forward, my mind is back, you might not have enough forward momentum to keep you stable. There's a saying in the martial arts we do, where the mind goes, the body follows, or the mind leads the body. My mind is not strongly focused forward, my body is going to be weak and unfocused and unstable. So we often do the roll back, right? With a strong focus forward to bring me forward and even bring me up if I'm strongly focused forward. So I want all of you to remember to do that too, right? Just like we do those roll backs, strong forward, projection, strong focus forward will make you come up smoother and stronger and more stable. So don't forget about that either. So when you come up physically, don't be up, be settled in the ground, knees still bent. And mentally, strong, focused forward, that'll get you balanced faster and stronger, make you more stable. So physically, nice and low, knee bent, and strong mental focus. Okay, do a few more, those out. I want to see those things. You come up nice and low, not high. Strong mental focus forward. Show me the finish. The finish is just as important as the beginning. So Charlotte, I want to see you come up. Nice, good extension here. Like maybe someone's ready to push you back. So once you come up ready. Yes, Titus, very good. Yeah, can't quite see you, Odin, when you finish that roll. Yes, Titus, good finish. Make sure the front knee is bent. We want a forward stance. That's a little better, Odin, I can see that. Okay, so Siler, and this might be for the other senpai too, make sure you're not rolling over your head here. And I know I've mentioned this to senpai before. Probably all the senpai, I've mentioned this before. So there's a tendency for everybody to do this. That you're rolling a little bit over the head. You want to be more diagonal. So if there's anything touching the ground, it's the back of your shoulder, not the front of your shoulder. If it's the front of the shoulder or side of the shoulder, that means your head is going to be touching too. So I don't want to roll like this. I want to roll like this. So senpai, all of you can refine your front rolls by turning a little bit more diagonally, almost like you're rolling on the back side. If you think of that, it'll get you to a better angle. I want to roll here, not here, because that's going to be where my head's going to be. So senpai, I want you to work on a more of a turn, more of a side angle, diagonal roll. That's what senpai should work on. Okay, a few more, dozo. Yeah, Siler, that's correct. That's a good correction. Let's see your finish, Charlotte. Yeah, Charlotte, that's a way better finish. Yeah, stay focused, senpai. Let's see. Strong mental focus from beginning to end. That's looking very good, Titus. Now, Titus and Odin, can you switch? Because I've seen Titus quite a few times and Odin keeps going out of the camera frame. So let's switch a bit. Let's see your finish, Charlotte. Oh, Charlotte, I don't think there was a finish there at all. Hami no kamai. Front knee is bent. Yeah, keep going, senpai. Let's see your finish, Charlotte. There you go. That's it. Yes, Odin, good. Good job, Siler. Remember to breathe out when you do your roll. Now, if you haven't done one side as much, start doing the other side. Oh, Charlotte, I didn't see a finish. Yeah, you have to have that finish smoothly at the end of that roll. Flow right into a good strong finish. Good. Couple more. Yeah, you're coming up smoother, Charlotte. That's good. Okay, so everybody, you can practice these front rolls from standing on your own as well, okay? Because everybody could refine it more. Strong start, strong finish, physically stable, mentally strongly flowing. Now, let's just do a little bit of back rolls. So I'm gonna demo once or twice. So again, I start and I finish in the same hanmi. So tenpai, it's not the one where we're switching the feet. We keep the legs the same. So you finish in the same hanmi as we started. So tenpai, it's not the one where we bring that bottom foot through and switch. We're not doing that one right now. Okay? If you do a few of these where we keep the feet the same, legs the same, then you can do some when you bring that leg through. You can do that too, but first I want to see a few where we do the basic level, feet stay the same. So hami no kamai, I go down on that back knee, I set up. Take a good look at my setup. So Charlotte, remember the knee that's up, that's the side that you roll over. That knee is going to go over that elbow. That's why that arm is straight and right to the side. Keep my head on my chest, protect my head, and keep my back round. This hand is here to protect my head and face in case I get too close to the ground with my head and face. Now, everybody, it'd be good if you remember to bring that foot over a bit. I don't want to sit on that leg. It kind of crunches everything there. So over there, so my butt goes directly to the floor. So here I go. My feet are going to stay the same. I come up in the same ready position. All the same things apply. When I come up, I don't want to come up high. Stay stable and low, strong forward focus. Now I'll do one more on the other side. Watch. Okay, hami no kamai, kneel down. I set up, get that leg out of the way. Keep my legs exactly the same as I roll over my shoulder. If you touch your head, that means you need to roll more on the side. Just like the front roll we did. I need to roll more on the side, not over the shoulder. My head will touch. When I sit down, I throw that knee over that arm. Come up in a forward stance. Okay, those out. Take your time to work on that. Let's have a look. So, Senpai, why don't you go crossways? That's right, Charlotte. Let's see your finish. Yeah, that's the correct knee. Charlotte, that was a pretty good roll. Now you just need to come up a little smoother with that knee forward. But the roll is pretty good. Yeah. That's right. Let's see a good finish. There you go. Excellent. Good job, Charlotte. Yeah, it's good finish, Odin. That's good. Focus forward with your arms. That's right, Titus. Breathe out when you do the back roll. Yeah, we're spending a lot of time with this class with our rolls because I see everybody could use the practice. And some good refining is needed for everybody. So make sure you work the other side. So Charlotte, do the other side now. Make sure you have room behind you. Oh, set up the other way, Charlotte. So yeah, you're rolling on the same side. You want to roll on the other shoulder now. You have the correct knee up, So you need to throw that knee over that shoulder. Oh, okay, hold on, Charlotte. Switch your arms. There you go. Yes. Right leg forward when you come up. Yes, that's right, Charlotte. Good job. So you just need to practice that side a little bit more. Let's see a couple more. Good finish, Odin. Okay, Charlotte, switch your arm. There you go. That's the correct side, Charlotte. Let's see the finish. And that's the correct, your right leg forward. There you go. Okay, so that's something everybody can practice. Be good if you practice the front rolls and back rolls because everybody can get a lot better with those. There's a lot of details we talked about today to work on. Horse stance. Palm heel. Shift your weight, turn your hips. The target's in front, not over to the side. We're shifting the weight, turning the hips to the side to send power straight out forward. So not over here, straight out in front where you were. Use the legs and hips. Remember, senpai, pulling that arm back, bringing that hip back is just as important as sending that hip forward. Not just sending the hip forward, but pulling the other hip back. That actually is what makes the strike sharper, cleaner and sharper. So not just sending the hip forward, but sending the other hip back. So after you do a few, you can do it stronger and faster. Let's see it. Yeah, that's a strong turn, Charlotte. Keep going. Okay, now snap it back a little bit. So snap it back, snap it back, snap it back. Of course, you're breathing out when you strike. Use the ground to send the power of the ground through your legs, through your hips, through your arm. So Odin, let's see a deeper stance. Drop down. That's it. Yeah, that's a good upward angle, Titus. Be clear about your target, senpai. Okay. Coming to a nice straight posture. Mind and breath settling in the belly. Breathe in, expand out from the belly, expand out from your center. Breathe out, come back to your center. Remember that principle we talked about? The mind leads the body.